Alright, been a long time for an update, but I got a couple stuff to show you, I guess. Nano tank is doing pretty good. Alright. Alright, as you can see, the 2.5 gallon nano tank it's changed a lot. So initially I set up this little tank so that I could grow out some killifish and breed them in here, but didn't quite work out with the killifish. The main reason the tank didn't work out with the killifish because I had a outside tank here, overhang filter that was way too strong for the killifish. Even though I slowed it down as much as I can and I did some modifications to it, it still wasn't enough. It was still too strong for them. So I ended up taking them out because it just wasn't working out at all. Another thing that killifish don't like is bright light. Alright, so this bright light here wasn't really helping, especially since I didn't have any cover on top. Any floating plants or anything. I just had a plastic cover here, so all the light was getting through. Also, I've added some plants, not many. This big one here, I added. I can't remember what it is. It's a tropica plant, you know, those little tissue cultures things. I got that and it grew pretty big. I also got these from Tropica Can. I got them all from an auction at the fish club, the Greater City. But I don't remember what their names are. So if you guys can ID them, you know, just hit it up in the comment. The dwarf sedge filled in really well. You can see all this is filled in. Nubius, everything's very clean, you know, because I only have it stocked with 5 of those. I believe they're called rasboras. They're dwarf fish, and they're doing great in here. I suspect the lighter colored ones are the males and the fat ones are the females. I just fed them white worms, so they're pretty happy. So here's my favorite plant right here that I've had for about 7 years or so. 2012, do the math. So, you know, stays small. You know, it always grows a nice rosé, but I always take out these old dead leaves. You know, they regenerates. You see, but sorry. So yeah, so there's a huge difference. Didn't serve its purpose as far as killifish goes. It's still pretty clean. I added that little dude right there, the Nerite horn snail. It cleans up all the algae, the green algae that's stuck there. Ram's horns really don't do too good of a job for the green algae. They're more for food. So ram horn snails I find aren't good for the algae. Okay, good job. So I got that little Nerite guy and he cleaned up the rock really good. Just one in this little tiny tank. And the key to keeping this clean is, you know, just feed what you have to, you know. These are 5 tiny little fish, so a little bit fills them up. You can see those girls are nice and plump. They're a little spastic right now because I'm up close with my camera here. They're not used to that. Otherwise, they're always asking for food, and these guys can go for years without feeding. I'm talking about these guys, not the snails. So yeah, so this is the update for this tank. Sorry, I haven't been back on YouTube in a long time. I seriously just lacked motivation, you know. But it was fun when I did it, so I'm doing it again. And I'm just gonna keep doing it, you know. I'll try to make the quality good, but as long as I get something done, I'm happy. So I put an air pump here. Air pump, my son dropped it, so it only works about maybe 70%. I mean, like less than 70%, but it's still enough for the tank. The fish are happy. It still works and it's quiet. Yeah, that kind of sucked, but it still works. And the lamp is still good. You know, I don't really change the bulbs, even though you're supposed to change CF compact fluorescent light bulbs every 6 months and blah blah blah. I don't do that. I just keep them on until it works. The plants don't seem to struggle. So in my opinion, you know, I'm not growing for profit. It's just for me. And the plant's health is good. So yeah. So that's Squirtle. So here's it. That's the update of the planted little dirt tank. Here's a little white worm that I fed the fish. They'll get them. I noticed these guys don't really like to go to the bottom once it's down there, but sometimes they'll do it. They're beautiful fish. And the horn snails, like I said, they're not that great for cleaning algae. They eat it, of course, but they prefer you know, wasted food, leftovers, and things that are decaying, from what I've noticed. This guy goes for the algae. He's awesome. I picked him up at a Monster Aquarium here in Flushing. Yeah, it's pretty good. And these guys I bought at Fish World USA in Whitestone. They were awesome. They were $1 a piece. Amazing. I originally had 6. 1 vanished. So, but they've been with me for about 4 months now or so. So yeah. I hope you enjoy this video. Sorry for the delay, and I'm going to be posting some more stuff in the future. Oh, and here's a little sneak peek at future. It's not fish related, but it does involve water, I guess. But I'll tell you the story about this in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff, the bell thing, which hopefully it'll go off for you because I'll be putting more stuff on. But I really appreciate you guys watching and taking your time. So I hope you learned something from this. If not, I hope you teach me something from this. Enjoy it. Bye.